Hello guys, well, new start, new week, had a week off and I'm starting my new job today. So I'm just currently sat outside the gates waiting for someone to meet me and show me what vehicle I'm driving. Yeah, so someone should be here soon, I think. See how we get on today. I'll show you what we do. So this is the lorry. There's some ringing inside, but it needs a bit of work to it as well. We've got a button here missing. That's the blue button. All these panels here a bit missing, and one on the other side's missing as well, on that side. This panel here, when you come open, it comes off all the time. So I've got to fix that back on. Somehow. I'll do. Got a big hole here. Should be a button here to open this, but look, that just comes up and out, and you've got a big hole. Even the heating controls come out. So I've got to fix all that, or fix it all in. That there don't look quite right. Something there's not sat in properly. Yeah, these are the controls for the hook on the back. But that just needs a good sort out and clean out. I've got ratchet straps in the footwell and a massive great D-shackle. Even some of this is all, it looks like someone's put a screw in it before, but I have to put another one in. That one over there is loose. Got a blank panel. I think I put my CB in there because someone's obviously had a CB. Yeah, so I need to give this a good clean, I think, this afternoon. And then you look over there, that's one of the one of the grab loaders. Which might be the one I'm driving, I don't know. We shall see. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today is new job day, starting a new job today. So I left NRPs on the low loader, going back down to the class 2 vehicles. Yeah, so back on here, back on days. I was in the yard at 6 o'clock this morning, finding out what vehicle I'm driving. So first couple of weeks I'll be driving this one. This is the MAM, it's a hook loader, or roll-on, roll-off bin lorry. And then eventually I'll probably be going up onto the grab loaders. That's the plan anyway, apparently. So I'm up in here, so yeah, it's yeah, very messy, so a bit of tidying up to do later on when I've got a bit of a break this afternoon when I get back into the yard. So I'll be going home every day from now on and not staying out no more. So yeah, new beginnings. So where am I going today? So today I've left the yard up at Headley, Newbury Way. First of all, got to go, I'm empty, I mean, I've got no bin on whatsoever. Got to go to Hemel Hempstead to pick up a bin, which is fully loaded up with green waste, with logs and branches and trees, and a load of green waste. Pick up the bin, take it across to Enfield to a green waste site. Where they chip it all up, mulch it all up and everything. Tip it in there, go back to Hemel Hempstead with the bin, and then load it up with just waste. What they're doing, they're clearing the site there, ready for groundworks. So they've been clearing all the trees and foliage and green waste, clearing it all away. Bit of rubbish there as well, so I've got to go back there and clear up the rubbish. Take that to Tadley, to a recycling place in Tadley, empty the bin, and then take the bin back to the yard, drop that off. It's a 40-yarder bin as well, to let you know. drop that off in the yard, and then go back to Hemel Hempstead and pick up a flat rack with a 3-ton digger on the back of it. So yeah, I can also move plant around. We've got there's like a flatbed to go on here, which you put diggers and dumpers and stuff on it. So then go back to Hemel Hempstead, pick up the flat rack with the digger on, and bring that back to the yard as well this afternoon. Hopefully that will be it, because then I can tinker with the lorry, give it a good clean and a good scrub, and put it the way I want it. As of now, I am working for Pennington Building Contractors. They do their own building work as well, demolition work, but what I'm doing is basically bins and rubbish and grab loading dirt and aggregates to and from sites, and for other customers, not just for us. So yeah, that's the new job. Let's see how we get on, shall we? So I've got to pick up the bin first, 007. Drop that off, get it empty, come back, pick up some more rubbish, as you see from the site. Take it back, then later on come back for that flat rack just there with a little digger on. Let's get it on. So I just pulled up at this green waste transfer, just put up on the weighbridge. Right, we go down to the green waste area. What they do here is they chip up all the green waste into mulch, into topsoil, or into wood chip, bark. Yeah, so as you can see on the right hand side, you've got a big pile of green waste. And yeah, so we tip it all up here, they put it through all the big machines. There's one of the big machines there, look, spraying it all, chipping it all up. Let's roll back on the weighbridge now and go in and see what we weighed. So that load of green waste and logs weighed 6.28 tonne. Go back to the site and load up the bin with rubbish to take to Tadley. So I pulled back on the job, having a break while I'm here. He's got to load up the bin with all the rubbish. As you can see or hear, he's loading up the bin with all the rubbish in a minute for me to take to Tadley. Doing is shaking the dirt out of the bucket. Last bit of rubbish. so I've just pulled up to pick up this flat rack with a 3-ton excavator on. It's already ready. I've just put the straps on, but when I noticed it, it's got a hydraulic pipe blown on it, because the machine really wants to be the other way around. I can't move it because they've ripped out the ram. You see it's dripping all in there. So yeah, I can't move the machine, just blowing out hydraulic oil everywhere. And then on this side, I just noticed they've also pulled the track off. So it's come off the front and off the back idle, which ain't good either. But hey, strapped it on best I can. Got 2 straps putting down on the blade, one on that side, looping back over its toes, then over its heels, putting around onto the buckets. That's all I can do. Let's see if we can get it on without it falling off. Well, today, it's a bit different today. I'm still on the hook loader at the moment. I've changed the bin over. I've got a little tipping skip bin on board. I've got to go and get some soil. I presume topsoil, just as soil. Me and one other driver, which I'm just following now. So I've got to both go and get soil. And then go to a job in Basingstoke to deliver, but it's not the case of I can just tip the bin up with all the soil and there you go. The lorry I'm following, the grab lorry in front of me, he's got to grab it out of me and himself to deliver and disperse on site. So basically we could be on site for a while. Some sites you can just tip it up and then the digger will just move it around, but we've got to actually put it in place. So he's got a grabber, so he's going to grab it out of me to drop in on site, and then he's got to do the same with his load as well on site. Obviously they ordered 2 loads, and it's easier to send me and one other grab, so the other grab lorries can be busy doing other stuff. Yeah, then go back to the yard, change bin, put a big 40-yard bin on board, and take that down West Sussex near Littlehampton, I think it is. And yeah, so that's it for today at the moment. And I should tell you a little story later on what happened last night. So we're at this place where we got to get soil from. The first lorry's just going in now. I'll show y'all. It's over there now. Just got to lift the crane up in the air first. Give the load and shovel a ticket. And then the load and shovel will load him up. And then I'm next. So you probably see Pete up in the far end offloading the soil with the grab loader now. There's not enough room for me to tip up well, I'm not allowed to tip up. Basically, he's driving around the site. You can see they're putting plants and trees all down like these side bits here. And all around the buildings. Basically, so he's got to keep moving around, putting topsoil in. So I'm sat here, once he's empty, he's then going to come across to me, lift it all out into him, and then drive around the site and keep tipping up. So I'm just sort of sat here waiting for him to empty and then come up alongside me to refill himself. Once he's emptied me, I'll go back to the yard and change skips. So I've just pulled up alongside Pete and he's offloading me now. Up. I haven't. I used to use a hire, but not the grab. It's about the same.
What I'll do when we're in the yard, I'll show you how it all works.
Yeah.
Ticket for you. Yeah, if I can do it, any fucking. It's all about not rushing it. People try and go too fast with it, and it just fucking flaps about everywhere.
What he's doing as well is actually loading the dumper, so he's going to go around the other side and tip it out. You can see it in the mirror. He's going to load up the dumper. I've now got a 40 yard bin on. Number 007. Yeah, take this down to Little Hampton now, West Sussex. Drop that off and then come back. Just been told to come back, and then I've got to get the little digger on the flatbed off carefully somehow with all the hydraulics blown out. So that's for when I come back this afternoon. So I'm parked up here at Chichester, just having a taco break for half an hour, just had my lunch. Just thought I'd tell you about this little incident story, what happened last night. So I left the site last night with the flatbed on with the 3-ton digger. Coming home, got to Reading Services, got some fuel, come off at Phil down to the A4 towards Thatcham, Newbury, and I was debating whether to cut up through Newbury or cut up through Aldermaston to get to the yard. There's probably not a lot of difference in it, so I thought I'd time it. I thought I'd go one way to time it one way, and then this week or whenever I'll do it again the other way and time it and see if there's any difference. So I thought I'd time it, go down the A4. Went down the A4 and was caught up in a accident. I wasn't involved in the accident, but it happened right in front of me on the Brimpton Road junction. It's like a crossroad junction. Yeah, it ended up I was sat there for 2 hours. The road got shut. We had police, we had fire brigade, we had an off-duty paramedic who I was helping, because I'm also first aid trained, and I've got a first aid kit in here and loads of gloves. So I jumped out being first aid trained with the first aid kit. The paramedic was in a car behind. She pulled over and helped assist on this accident. We also then had the air ambulance arrive, so the police shut the road off. So yeah, I was there for 2 hours. This young lad got hit from his motorbike by the car, got T-boned, went over the car into the bush and wasn't looking good. So obviously I didn't film it because I left the lorry and left the camera inside it and just ran across. So yeah, I was 2 hours late yesterday, helping, assisting with the paramedic with what first aid kit we had between us, because she was off duty, she was on her way to work, so she had a few little bits until the ambulance land crew arrived. Then the HEMS helicopter arrived. The police was obviously there. Fire brigade came because the motorbike was leaking petrol and oil all over the roads, so they had to make that safe. I then had to help carry him into the helicopter, which was parked in the field behind the Coach and Horses pub, right on the crossroads there. So yeah, I got involved in that yesterday, which was not good. It happened almost in front of me. Must have been 5-6 cars in front of me. I'm guessing because I'm in the lorry, I could see over the cars and see it actually happen. Yeah, so not good. So hopefully he'll get better soon. I don't think he'll be riding a motorbike very soon. Well, it certainly won't be riding that motorbike. Obviously if I hear anything about it, I'll let you know. So yeah, that happened last night, and then finally got to the yard and then got locked in the yard because they're automatic gates, timer, and obviously it's gone past the time, so they automatically shut and lock, and I haven't been given a remote control for it yet. So I just got locked in the yard for 10 minutes as well, trying to ring the boss, trying to get out and everything else. But yeah, bit of a late finish yesterday for my first day. But yeah, that's my little story of what happened last night. So I'm back in the yard. I've got to get this 3-ton digger off of this flat rack, which isn't usually a drama, nice and easy, but as we know, hydraulics are blown out on the Ram. Can't even see out the window. I don't want to open the window because I'll get covered in hydraulic oil, so it's going to be messy, it's going to be quick. Let's see how it goes, shall we? That ain't gonna work, it's run out of oil. Hi guys, well today I am currently on the 303 heading down to Thruxton. I've just come back from Mitchett, near sort of Frimley, Camley, that area, Mitchett. Just had to swap a bin over on site, take one there, an empty one, pick up this one that's full. It's full of plasterboard. So I've got taken to Thruxton recycling, plasterboard recycling. So yeah, headed up to there. I was on site for about half hour, 45 minutes, changing the bins over because it was contaminated waste. So basically this bin is only for plasterboard and for the plasterboard company. But other people on site have been putting in their own rubbish. There's tiles in there, there's paint tins in there, general black bag rubbish in there, metal beads and stuff like that all in there, racking, things like that. Which can't go into the plasterboard recycling centre, so I was going to leave it there for them to empty and sort out, but the site agent said I'd get 2 labourers on it, and they basically emptied it all out, all the rubbish, all the contaminated rubbish, and just left just plasterboard. So that's why on site you have different bins for plasterboard, wood, metal, general rubbish, etc, etc. It costs a fortune to get down there, for it to be turned away, which means we then have to take it back to the yard or back to site for them to go through the rubbish, which apparently has happened on here. So we have to take photos to prove that the bin is empty when we get on the job, and to prove that it's got other material in it. Then they get charged. So yeah, so I ended up waiting, they fixed it, they sorted it, got it all out. So I ended up taking the bin away, just heading there now. And then once I've done that, take this bin then back to the yard, and then put the flat rack on, which we half loaded last night with a welfare unit. I've just had phone calls from the boss asking if I can put a roller on there as well. Take all that to Enfield, new job what's just starting, and then back to the yard for some repair work, because I've got the camera people coming out to fix the cameras on the lorry this evening. Yeah, and also finish off cleaning the lorry. I've started, I've got rid of all the rubbish, found loads of old paperwork, fuel receipts and things like that. That's all now being put away or thrown away. So yeah, that's how we are so far. I shall keep you updated. So I've just tipped this plasterboard recycling place, and while I was in there tipping up, I noticed we've got a puncture. That one's flat. I know it's a bit bulging with a weight on it just now. Give it a kick and she's flat. So I'm waiting for the tyre company now. Right, so I'm in the yard, and I lifted that welfare unit onto that flat rack last night. But what I need to do now is actually move it and put a roller on. There's a roller behind it which I've got to lift on as well, using a 13 tonner. So let's see how we go, shall we? So we got this welfare roller on board finally, 8 straps later, we finally get it all strapped down. I was trying to put chains through, but I couldn't get the chains through the roller because they are quite heavy, and the welfare sort of quite heavy as well, so that's why I had to strap to the end, so I couldn't get the chains through it all. So that took a bit longer to do. But we're on our way now to, where are we going? We're going to Enfield, new job, Enfield. Drop off the welfare unit. The guys started there today. Obviously got no canteen or welfare stuff there at the minute, so I've got to get this across ASAP. And then go back to Hemel Hempstead, the place where we cleared the land, dropped off the little 3-ton digger at the beginning of the week. Drop off the roller there. They're doing a little bit of tarmacking in the front entrance of the driveway there tomorrow, so they need a roller there tomorrow on the way back. Yeah, so I'm not going to get back to the yard for 5 o'clock because I was supposed to be meeting someone to fix the cameras on the lorry, the dash cam cameras and stuff. They ain't going to get back in time, but that don't help that I stopped for 2 hours nearly without tyre. So that put me back a fair way. Otherwise I would have been back in time and would have had this all done. But hey, these things are there to set us out. So we're heading down. I'm on the M4 in a minute, just heading down to 25. And Andy's got the 20-ton machine there ready. And we're going to lift off the welfare uniform. I've left the straps underneath it so we can lift it straight up in the air. Right, see if we can get there. We're knocking all this down, I reckon. This is an old garden centre. Looks like we're knocking it all down, clearing the land. So we've got quite a bit of work here by the looks of it. So we've got the 20-ton excavator lifting the welfare. We're going to put it into place. And then we're going to move that ready. So back at this job at Hemel. I'm just going to take the roller off, leave it here because they're tarmacking out there tomorrow. Hi guys, welcome, another day. So today I'm just doing our own deliveries today. I'm not doing any customer bin changes or anything like that, taking them to recycling centres or nothing. Just our own stuff today, because we started up that new demolition job up at Enfield, up in that garden centre. I've just got to take a load of kit and equipment up there, basically back and forth all day. Probably going to go about 2, maybe 3 runs, depending on timings. So I'm just about to come off for the M25 at the A10, junction 25. Just got this bin on now, 40-yard bin, just so I can put waste in it and stuff. I've also got a RSJ steel beam inside it, which they need an RSJ. I don't know what for, I use it obviously for something. So that's inside it. I had to lift that in this morning. Drop the bin off, back to the yard. Hopefully there will be a container on top of the flat rack for me to lift on here to bring here as well. There's a crane lorry going in into the yard this morning to lift on a big bunker bin cabin. While he's in the yard, they're going to get him to lift the small one onto the rack for me, ready, and then he's going to come up here, drop that off, and I'll go and pick up the little one, bring that up as well. So yeah, so I think I'll be doing a couple of runs in and out of here for the next couple of days to get set up, or get the site set up and secure and sorted. I think the boys are sleeping on the site as of tonight. That's why the bunker bed thing, it's like a container, but it's got like kitchen, bedroom and all that sort of stuff all inside it. So yeah, they'll be staying in there. So I've just pulled back up in the yard. My next is to pick up this cabin, which they've lifted on the flat red for me already, which is good. already nice and even, level in the middle. All I've got to do is throw some straps over. And also I've been asked to take this ISO cabin up. It's filling up with water at the minute. Got the hose running. Fill it up with water, take it with me because I've got no water on site. It's not for drinking, it's just for water on site, washing your hands and things. It's been cleaned out, so that's just a water tank I've got to take with me. So I'm on my taco break in a minute, so I thought I'll let that fill up while I'm on my break and go from there. Take it back to the job where I've just come from for the boys. Sorted! Got it on. Containers on, strapped up. Hard like a container on the back, full of water. And it didn't fall off. Let's get to site. Caution, vehicle fire. There's a lot of smoke up front. Got fire brigader there, I can see something. Delivery at the old garden centre at Cuffley near Enfield. Lifted off the big water tank which I put on top of the bunker cabin, and then they lifted off the container store I had as well. Yeah, so that's all done. I'm now heading back. I've just got a phone call asking if I can go back to Hemel Hempstead to pick up the roller. They finished tarmacking this afternoon, and on my way past, as I've got the flatbed on board, I've got to now go and pick up the roller and then take it all back to the yard. So hopefully I should be in the yard at a reasonable time tonight, because the last couple of nights have been quite late. Ah, that lorry is still burning. Look at it. The other side is actually now shut. It's just still burning. Oh, stinks. Guys, welcome, another day. So I'm just going down for A34, coming back from Wantage. Just picked up this bin, 40-yard bin, from the plasterboard guys on site. So I'll take this to the plasterboard recycling place down at Thruxton, and then take it to garden centre we got where I was all day yesterday over at Enfield, or Cuffley I think it is. Take it up to there, then back to the yard and pick up an 8-ton excavator, possibly on the flat rack, or I might just truck it back because it's only up the track opposite the yard. I'm just at this recycling centre now. There's 2 Arctics in front of me at the moment. One's just poured out. But basically we've got to reverse. I'll turn the camera around. Reverse into the shed and tip it all up in there. But as you can imagine, it's really dusty and horrible in there and dark as well. So yeah, so I've done my sheet ready. Reverse in when they tell me, they guide you in. And when I'm in there, I've got to wear my goggles. Ta-da. And then also wear a, where did I put it? There it is. and wear a mask as well, because it's you know, you don't really want to be breathing in some of the stuff in there. Oh, and your hand. And gloves, but I'll put them on in a minute. So that accident which I helped out with on Monday with the biker and the air ambulance involved and everything else, his mum put up a post on social media on the local Spotted Newbury and Thatcham page, which I'm not on, I didn't see it, but my wife did. I put a picture of it on the screen for you, but it says, I would like to say a big thank you for all those who were at the scene of the accident on the A4 last night. A lorry driver, me, a lorry driver who had the first aid kit and helped my son to the air ambulance, a paramedic who was on her way to work, and Pete, who was by his side for every second and phoned me, and a lovely guy who dropped me up there. Big thank you. My son is having surgery and is having a rough ride to recovery, but he is alive. Thanks to all. I'll put a link up. Since then, my wife then replied saying obviously I was the lorry driver, and then they were messaging privately back and forth. Apparently he was in theatre for major operation for 11 hours. 11 hours in theatre. 2 broken legs, 1 broken foot and a broken hip. With broken foot and 1 broken leg we knew because the bone was actually sticking out, but yeah, he's lucky to keep his leg as well apparently. But 11 hours, so wish all the luck for him to get better soon. So you can see they put the water tank on top of the welfare unit. That's where they're staying. You can change store. Welfare, toilet and everything, canteen. I'll just drop this bin off. I've got another bin down there. Oh, got a bit of work to do. Show up the barbecue. It's got a bedroom there. Bedroom this side, and then toilet, shower. Not sure if they plumbed it in yet. So yeah, let's have a look at this job then. So I've got greenhouses all down here, all the way down, rows and rows and rows of them. Some more sheds just here. Car magazines, look. On abroad. They started knocking down this bit of the garage and actually found a forklift inside it. See where they're stocking up the wood. Got metal around the corner. Got to bring another bin down here yet. scrap metal they've started stacking up. More sheds and greenhouses. What's in there? Ooh. Blimey. So that's it for this video. My first week for the new company and my new lorry, delivering bins and machinery and plant around. So yeah, bit of all sorts this week. Hope you like it. Please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please click here. And if you want to see my last video, click here. Let's go home. Hit the subscribe button and then the little bell icon, and it'll let you know when new videos get uploaded.